everybody. Today I would like to discuss about heat engine, refrigerator and heat pump. Heat engine is a system that converts heat or thermal energy to mechanical energy, which can then be used to do mechanical work. Okay, heat engine is a device or is a system and can be able to convert heat or thermal energy to mechanical energy, and that mechanical energy can be used to do mechanical work. And this can be done by bringing a working substance from a high state temperature to a low state temperature. That is about a heat engine in brief. Next is about a refrigerator. Refrigerator is a device which removes heat from a low temperature object and rejects it to a high temperature. And the heat pump is basically a heat engine which runs in the reverse direction, or we can call heat pump is a device that transfers thermal energy by absorbing heat from a cold space and releasing it to a warmer one. And we'll discuss these three devices in detail one by one. First we go with the heat engine, and we can define heat engine in general way that the net amount of heat cannot be converted into work directly, but conversion of the heat into work can take place. And to convert that, we need a device, or we need some special devices, and those special devices can be treated as heat engines. Okay, heat engine can be able to convert heat into work, and we can call IC engine as a heat engine, steam turbine or gas turbine as a heat engine. Okay, this is about the general definition of the heat engine. Generally we can say that any device which is capable to convert heat into mechanical work or heat energy into mechanical energy, and that mechanical energy can be capable to do some mechanical work, can be considered as a heat engine. And in thermodynamics, or else in thermal engineering, we'll define heat engine as a device which operates in cycle and it receives heat energy from a high temperature reservoir and converts some of the heat energy into work and rejects the remaining heat into a low temperature reservoir, and that can be understood with the help of the figure which is given here. Okay, this figure shows the heat engine, and this heat engine is connected to a high temperature reservoir at the top and low temperature reservoir at the bottom, and from the high temperature reservoir we can extract heat, and that is called QH. Means QH is the amount of heat which is supplied to the heat engine here, and this engine will produce some work output, and after producing some work output, the remaining amount of heat can be rejected as QL to the low temperature reservoir, and we can call this as a heat engine. And we'll discuss about this working principle of the heat engine with the help of a steam power plant, because steam power plant is the best example for heat engine. And of course everybody knows that steam power plant will works on Rankine cycle, and here in the Rankine cycle or for a steam power plant there are four devices. One is called boiler, another is turbine, next is condenser, and the fourth is pump. Pump work is to transfer the liquid from one state or one level to another level. Of course it is always flows from high pressure to low pressure. Here we'll discuss about the working of the pump. Pump is to lift the water from lower levels to higher levels. Means water will be there at the exit of the condenser at point 1, and we need to lift this water from point 1 to the boiler at from point 1 to point 2 with the help of pump. Okay, Pump is a device which is used to transfer the liquid or to lift the liquid from the lower state to the higher state. Next, the liquid is allowed to flow into the boiler, and of course boiler's working is to convert liquid into vapor. Okay, and to do that some heat is applied to the boiler so that water will convert into steam or vapor, and that vapor is allowed to flow through the turbines. High pressure and high temperature high temperature of the steam or vapor is allowed to flow over the blades of the turbine, and so that this high temperature steam can be able to do some work on the blades of the turbine, so that the shaft which is connected to the turbine can be able to rotate. Okay, and after doing some work on the turbine, the steam will be rejected back to the condenser, where the condensation process will take place here, so that your steam or low temperature steam will convert into liquid, and that liquid again be allowed to flow through the boiler with the help of a pump. Okay, pump work is to lift the or to transfer the liquid from the exit of the condenser to the boiler, where in the boiler the phase change process will take place, so that liquid will convert into vapor with the help of heat supplied to the boiler, and that steam is allowed to flow. High temperature steam, high pressure steam is allowed to flow through the turbines, and that steam will do some work on the turbine blade so that it can be able to rotate the shaft, means which we can produce mechanical work here. After doing some work on the turbine, this will be rejected out as a low temperature steam, and that is allowed to flow through the condenser. And what is going here, what is the definition of a heat engine? Heat engine is a device which can takes high temperature steam or high temperature of anything. It may be gas or it may be steam, anything it may be, will flows into it, some work will be produced out, and after that the next quantity will be rejected out. Okay, here in this case, after rejecting it, again converts into water at the exit of the condenser, and again the process will goes on, so that that's why we are calling heat engine is a device which operates in cycle, means the process will take place continuously. And this is the basic definition of a heat engine, and from this we can say that heat engine can also be called as a work producing device, because with the help of the high temperature steam we can be able to produce some work output through the turbine. So we can call heat engine as a work producing device. And for this work producing device we need to know the performance. Then how can we calculate the performance of a work producing device? For that we need a parameter called thermal efficiency. Then how to define thermal efficiency? Thermal efficiency as the basic parameter to know how the steam engine is working, and that can be calculated with the help of formula called how much is the work, means efficiency is always defined as output to the input, and which output or what output we are getting here? We are getting some output as work done. Work will be produced by the engine, so output is the work which is done. And to do that work, what we require? We require heat supplied. So output is work done, input is heat supplied. The formula for calculating efficiency is output to the input. Output is work done, input is heat supplied. So that the formula for calculating thermal efficiency is W, that is called the work which is done by the turbine or produced by the turbine. And to do that work or to produce that work we need some heat energy. So I just considered heat energy or input as Q, H. H is high temperature. Okay, next, then have to calculate how much is the work which is done by the turbine. Work can be calculated with what we give and what we get out. That is, WH is given and W is rejected out. So WH minus WL divided by WH is a formula for calculating thermal efficiency. Okay, and this is the formula for calculating thermal efficiency. Thermal efficiency is the basic parameter to know the performance of an engine, and this can be defined as the ratio between what we get by what we give. What we get is our output, what we give is our input. Here it is output by input. Output is work done, input is heat supplied, and heat which is supplied at high temperature QH. Okay, and we can calculate how much is the work which is done is the high temperature QH minus low temperature, the heat which is rejected out is the formula for calculating how much is the work which is done by the turbine. QH minus QC divided by QH is a formula for calculating thermal efficiency of a heat engine. And with this, I'll just conclude that heat engine is nothing but a work producing device, and it operates in a cycle, and it can take the steam or the gas at a high temperature, or it can take heat energy from a high temperature reservoir and convert some of the heat energy into work and rejects the remaining heat into the low temperature reservoir. This is the working of a heat engine, and the best example for heat engine can be considered as a steam power plant. Steam power plant will work on the Rankine cycle. Of course, it is cyclic. Heat is transferred to the turbine at high temperature. Heat energy is transferred to the turbine at high temperature, rejects at the low temperature, and at the exit of the condenser, liquid is again flowing back into the boiler. And thermal efficiency is the basic parameter to calculate the performance of a heat engine, and that can be done with the formula W by QH. This is about heat engine. Now we'll discuss about refrigerator. Of course, everybody knows about the refrigerator. Of course, refrigerator is nothing but the fridge, what we are using nowadays at our homes. And of course, fridge working principle or fridge objective or the purpose is known for all, which is used to lower the temperature of any object. Okay, or basically we can define refrigeration. Maybe refrigeration is defined as the process of removing heat from a substance under controlled conditions, or process of reducing and maintaining the temperature of a body below the general temperature of its surroundings. If the temperature of any object is below the surroundings temperature, then we can call that object is in a colder state. Okay, now in detail we'll discuss about the refrigerator's working principle. Refrigerator is a reversed heat engine. There, in case of heat engine, heat is flowing from high temperature reservoir to the low temperature reservoir, whereas in case of refrigerator, heat flows from lower temperature to the higher temperature. And we all knows that heat always flows from high temperature object or high temperature body to a low temperature body. For that we doesn't need any work, right? But in case of refrigerators, heat is flowing from low temperature body to a high temperature body, which is impossible. Then how can we transfer that energy, heat energy, to flow from lower temperatures to the higher temperature? Means for that we need to do some work on the system. Okay, on the system, so that we can transfer it from lower state to higher state. Now we'll discuss about how to transfer it from lower to higher states. Okay, in this case, a refrigerator is a reversed heat engine which either cool or maintain the temperature of a body lower than the atmospheric temperature. Okay, repeating again, refrigerator either cool or maintain the temperature of a body lower than the atmospheric temperature, and this is done by extracting the heat from a cold body and delivering it to a hot body. In doing so, work is to be done on the system. Work is to be done on the system. Here I will explain you this. Now the body A is at temperature T2. Okay, body A is my object. I need to cool that object below the surrounding or atmospheric temperature, which is placed at temperature T2. Okay, now I want to extract some heat, and that extracted heat Q2 should be supplied to the surrounding temperature T1, and for that some work is to be done on the refrigerator. That's why the arrow mark is towards the refrigerator. Okay, towards the refrigerator means refrigerator is a device which is used to either cools or maintains the temperature of a body lower than the atmospheric temperature or equals to the atmospheric temperature. Okay, refrigerator. And how to calculate the performance of the refrigerator? Of course, for all the things, efficiency or performance will always be what we get to the what we give, and in this case what we get is the ratio of amount of heat taken from the cold body to the amount of work required to be done on the system. Okay, performance of refrigerator is the ratio of amount of heat taken from the cold body to the amount of work required to be done on the system. Okay, then how can we understand about this performance? As I usually say that the performance or the efficiency of anything can be calculated what we get to what we give, and what is our output, what is our aim or objective in this case of the refrigerator. Refrigerator's aim is to reduce the temperature of an object. And how to reduce the temperature of an object? For that we need to extract Q2 amount of heat from the body A to reduce the temperature of it. Then how to extract this Q2 amount? That is by doing some work on the refrigerator. Okay, aim is to maintain the temperature lower than the surrounding temperature, and for that Q2 amount of heat is to be extracted out. Okay, so what is our output? Output is to maintain the lower temperatures. For that some quantity of heat is to be extracted out, means heat which is to be extracted out will be our output, and to do that we need to do some work on the refrigerator. Okay, so that will be input. Okay, now again I am reading the definition of the performance of the refrigerator is the ratio of amount of heat taken from the cold body, that is Q2. Q2 is the output here, to the amount of work required to be done on the system. W is the work input to the refrigerator. Work input. Input is work, output is heat extracted out. So the formula for calculating COP is nothing but coefficient of performance. This is one of the parameter to know the performance of the refrigerator. Okay, and that is output by input. Output is the amount of heat extracted out. Input is the work which is done on the refrigerator. So Q2 by W is the formula for calculating COP. Then what is W? The amount of work to be done on the refrigerator. And how can we calculate it? That is highest temperature to the lowest temperature. Of course Q1 will be higher than Q2, so Q1 minus Q2. COP equal to Q2 by W. Next, Next is about heat pump. The basic definition of heat pump is, it is a device, operates in a cycle, maintains a space at a high temperature than the surroundings. Or heat pump supplies heat continuously to the controlled space and thus maintained at a high temperature than its surroundings. Okay, what is the objective of the heat pump is the discharge of heat at high temperature to a space is the objective of the heat pump. Okay, we'll discuss about this heat pump now. Heat pump works in the similar way to the refrigerator, but their objectives are different. Okay, later we'll discuss about their objectives. First we focus on the working of the heat pump. Okay, heat pump. Any refrigerating system is a heat pump which extracts heat from a cold body and delivers it to a hot body. Okay, again for that we need to see this figure. T1 is the cold body's temperature, where T2 is the hot body temperature. Q1 is the amount of heat extracted out from the T1. Q2 is the amount which is supplied to the hot body. And to transfer heat from lower temperature to the hot body or cold body to the hot body, we need to do some work on the system. That is called pump work on the system, WP on the system. Okay, what is heat pump? Heat pump is a device which extracts heat from a cold body T1 and delivers it to a hot body T2. Of course, heat always flows from high temperature to low temperature, and in reverse cannot be done. Means we cannot flow heat from cold body to a lower temperature body to a high temperature body without any work supply. Okay, and how can we calculate the performance of the heat pump again? Heat pump or heat engine or refrigerator, anybody or anything, any device's performance can be calculated with the help of what we get to what we pay. What are we getting here? In case of heat pump, what is our objective? Objective is to increase the temperature of the substance above the surrounding temperature. If I want to heat a room, then I need to maintain the temperature, inside temperature of the room as more than the outside temperature. Okay, for that I need to supply some heat energy into it. Okay now, and the performance of the heat engine is the ratio of amount of heat delivered to the hot body to the amount of work required to be done on the system. Okay, objective here is to heat the room. Okay, output is to heat the room, where input is to supply the heat to flow from lower temperatures to the higher temperature. What is in case of refrigerator? Refrigerator is a device used to cool the substance temperature, whereas in case of heat pump is a device which is used to increase the temperature of the substance. You just do remember the difference between what is refrigerator and what is a heat pump is. Heat pump's aim is to lower the temperature. Refrigerator's aim is to lower the temperature, where heat pump's aim is to, or objective is to, increase the temperature of the substance. And for doing so, some work is required in this case. Okay, now output is to increase the temperature of the room, input is work supplied for the heat pump, output is Q2 in this case, where input is W. Then have to calculate COP or EOP. EOP is also called energy performance ratio. What we get to what we pay. What we are getting here, we are supplying Q2 amount of heat to the hot body. That is our aim, or that is our output. So Q2 divided by WP is the work input on the turbine to transfer the heat energy from lower temperatures to higher temperatures. So that the formula for COP or EOP of the heat pump is Q2 by WP. Then COP of heat pump equals to Q2 by WP. WP is work done on the system, and that can be calculated with the help of high temperature minus lower temperatures, that is Q2 minus Q1. So it is Q2 by Q2 minus Q1, and of course Q2 can also be write as Q1 plus WP, because W equals to Q2 minus Q1. We'll take Q1 this side so that it becomes Q1 plus WP. Instead of writing Q2 in this case, and just replaced it with Q1 plus WR, so that Q1 by Q2 minus Q1 can be written, plus WR by Q2 minus Q1 can be written. Or I am just dividing this equation of Q1 plus WR by Q2 minus Q1 into 2. Okay, this Q1 by Q2 minus Q1 plus WR will also be treated, or will also be written as Q2 minus Q1 by Q2 minus Q1, and this Q2 minus Q1 will get cancelled, so it will be 1 Q1 by Q2 minus Q1. And of course we can say that Q1 by Q2 minus Q1 is also called the formula for calculating COP of the refrigerator. Refrigerator aim is to transfer the energy, heat energy, as Q1. So output is Q1 divided by Q2 minus Q1. That is called COPR. So COP of the heat pump is always greater than the COP of the refrigerator. Always greater than 1. Always greater than 1. Next is about the comparison of heat pump, heat engine and refrigerator. Thermal efficiency of the work producing devices is always greater than 1. Thermal efficiency of the work producing devices is always greater than 1, because the input parameters or the heat parameters QH, QC, as we discussed earlier, or in this figure we have Q2, Q1. This Q2, Q1 are the two heat energy parameters are always positive. Like if 100 degrees centigrade of heat energy is applied to the turbine, by working on it, some 20 degrees, 30 degrees, 40 degrees of the heat will be rejected out. Means 20, 30, 40 or 100 will be the positive parameters only. As the Q supplied and Q rejected are the positive parameters, the thermal efficiency of the work producing devices is always greater than 1, because thermal efficiency is what we get to what we pay. What we are getting is work done to the heat supplied. All the parameters are in positive way, right? Positive manner, right? So the efficiency will be always greater than 1. And there is no difference between the cycle of operation of heat pump or refrigerator. Both heat pump and refrigerator will work on the same principle. In case of refrigerator or in case of heat pump, heat is lifted or heat is transferred from low temperature body to a high temperature body, and to do so we need to do some work on the system. In both the cases the working principle is same, but their objectives are different. Objective of the refrigerator as well as heat pump is different. Refrigerator is used for cooling in summer, can be used as a heat pump for heating in winter. Okay, remember, objective is different. Objective of the refrigerator is to cool the substance, and objective of the heat pump is to increase the temperature of the substance. Okay, and COP of the refrigerator may be less than or greater than 1. That depends on the type of the refrigeration system used. But the COP or EOP, efficiency, EOP, energy performance ratio of heat pump is always greater than 1. Is always greater. COP of the heat pump is always greater than 1. Okay, did you all understand about the comparison? Comparison is heat engine, thermal efficiency. Heat engine's thermal efficiency is always greater than 1 because all the parameters are positive. What the work which we are getting from the heat engine is positive, and what the amount of heat which is applied to the heat engine is positive. So the efficiency will be always greater than 1, and the working principle of both the refrigerator and heat pump is same, but their objective is different. Objective of the refrigerator is to lower the temperature of the substance than the surrounding temperature. Heat pump objective is to increase the temperature of the substance than the surrounding temperature. Okay, did you all understand about this? Okay, this is about the comparison between heat engine, heat pump and the refrigerator. In case of heat engine, heat flows from hot body to the cold body. Okay, in case of refrigerator, heat flows from cold body to the hot body. In case of heat pump, heat flows from cold body to the hot body. And in case of first thing, that is heat engine, of course heat always flows from high temperature body to a lower temperature body. For that we doesn't need any extra work input. And in case of refrigerator or the heat pump, heat cannot flow from cold body to the hot body directly. So to do that, we need to do some work on the system. Okay, thank you. I hope you all understands about what is heat engine, heat pump and the refrigerator. Feel free to ask the questions. Thank you. Thank you one and all.